Hey guys, it's Sky, and I wanted to connect with you today about so many things, and I'm going to tell you it will not be just me here today because the light beings are here. They came in a little while ago and they've been rushing me to get to the computer because they do have a message for you. So this time it might not be just me. They're going to be interfering a lot. So anyway, just to tell you before I start here, I have the fire element here. And we have to prepare for the grid shutdown. I have the I'm telling you, I'm intertwining everything. I have amethyst here, and we have some elements of fire and wood and stone. I got some symbology here for the guardian angel candle, and I'm burning sage. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because this is what the darker forces do in the darker ways. They do this in the darker angel light workers. We do this because we have to remember we're energy. We are energy beings, and we understand energy, we understand light. The darker forces that have taken over our planet, they really understand this to the extreme. You can even imagine, well, if you can imagine kind of a satanistic, it doesn't have to be a guy with a red beard. This is more than a person. This is an energetic thing. Let's even go to that level that has taken over, and not just reptoids. It's all energy, and it's taken over our planet under that theme. They've taken over into our governments. This is what they do. They are masters at the occult. They are masters at taking energy and moving it and manipulating it. Now, when I'm bringing in the wood and the fire elements, I'm bringing in creation. I'm bringing in, they each represent life force, like life energy, and it represents it in different ways. Now, mine is just very simple, very pure, very loving. What they do in the occults is they actually take the energy points off of our grids. Now, they explained to us many a times, we has explained to you as they're coming in, that we are energy beings, that there are beings here. We have energy passed throughout our body. Everything is connected on an electrical term. So is the planet. Everything is connected on an electrical term. Your planet's grids are changing because they have to change, because the grids that they have been using are grids that have been twisted and manipulated and cultivated over the occult, over their hidden knowledge. They have taken these grids and they have twisted them. These are energy points that have connected your planet to these other realms, and they can't transfer, the good cannot transfer this through to the lower realm of the third dimension, because the grids that you're operating on are captivated by the occult's systems that are invaded the planet. You're the last planet in a huge galaxy. That's why there's many planets that are participating in helping the transition here. And during this transition, as I'm going to tell you, that there's going to be a blackout, that when I'm understanding that there's going to be a blackout, because there's going to be a blackout, which I just want to tell you, I have to interrupt here, because I actually had to experience this. This is the most interesting thing, is that 2 days ago, I actually experienced a blackout here, and I don't know if it was a coincidence or the light beings preparing me, but it was great. It was a great trial run, and they always, I heard, do some trial runs if you are thinking about preparing yourself, because I saw what did work and what didn't work. What didn't work, I just really want to tell you, is this, because the light beings had told me, please. They said to me, this is very odd, wear earplugs. When this whole transition comes down, this changing dimensions from the third to the fourth dimension, because that's what your planet is doing, you have to be able to, you have to wear earplugs, because there's going to be a sound vibration that is coming in. It's a little bit higher than we're used to. So you can't, well, I want to tell you first, though, this is what, I have to get this out of my system. again, there's sound coming in. We got their sound vibration coming in. What bugged the crap out of me is I didn't realize there would be sparking, and I didn't realize that there would be noises. There were noises because things weren't working, so they go beep, 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 and it's a real high pitched, and it's over and over and over and over. Now you're trying to find your lighter and your sanity, and my lighter wasn't where it's supposed to be, and I was really upset with myself because I'm diligent about that, because in a blackout I don't want to figure out where my lighter is. I just want to go to the plan and put the plan in motion. And follow it, and that wasn't there. So it was actually a really great drill run, and it was a great drill run that the earplugs were really of necessity, because it reminded me of, oh yeah, they told me I would need earplugs because I thought it was from the sound coming out of the earth, but actually it's going to be sounds coming out of my house too. And it was vibrantly irritating. In fact, it was almost to the point where I was losing my sanity. I wasn't losing my sanity because I didn't have electricity. I don't like noises. That makes me crazy. I did a video about when you're a light worker and violent noises come into your dimension. It's really annoying. So I'm really, I'm really learning to protect myself from that. I know. Anyway, so they were really pushing on that. Okay, so they want to just continue to tell you that the grid is changing. See, because your poles, and I had learned this too, your poles are going, they go north, south, da, 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 da. Now they want to go this way, so they got to go this way. And that's going to throw our magnetic grid all over the place. And that's going to send solar flares coming and rising, and that's going to send your mind a little loopy. That's okay, because people can ground themselves. The solar flares are going to be very hard on the mind. Don't forget that. So we have to be grounded. Really stay grounded. Take your shoes off, walk on the ground, eat rooted vegetables, carrots, potatoes, things that are on the ground. It really does help ground you. And the reason I wanted to explain to you, the reason that the grids are coming down is because when our chakra systems we have chakra systems as our bodies, the light beings are describing, and each one has a representation of something. A lot of these, and we are indicative of Gaia. We are part of Gaia in human form, millions of us. And it's probably coming from her. And we have energy patterns within our body that are lined up perfectly just like she is. Like you have a night, a yin and a yang, so does she. Like you have a meridian point that controls the liquids in your bodies, so does she. Like you have a heating and a cooling system, the yin and the yang, so does she. And they all have energy points. When there's a blockage in one area, it gets stagnant, and it will work in reverse. It's usually supposed to work in a fantastic flowing energy, and when it does not, it works in reverse. And it gets blocked because that's where they put it. That's where the darker forces put the grid on there. Put their energy. You'll notice the Capitol building has a grid, has the energy magnetic point over that. I don't know what part of the body the Capitol is. I have to ask Gaia. I've never thought of asking her that. There's energy points. There's energy points. They said about there's an energy point in India, and there's energy points near the stargates, and there's many energy points throughout the body on churches, and they've kind of captivated this. And so See, the Chinese actually are really aware of this. The Buddhists are aware of this, and there are many of them that have worked in the opposite. See, but because government has come in and they have taken over these main structures, whenever the Buddhist or the Krishnas or anybody that's educated on this, they don't they don't understand that, or they understand that you can do this in reverse. So many of us light workers, we actually get together and we pray on grid sites during special times, just like they do. They do their cultural rituals, like I told you, a lot of October, September, December, September, October, November. That's why, of course, that's where the worst things happen, those months, because that's the occult ritual months. So anyways, the other end of it, they're doing it in good. And so when these grids, I'm just imagining now, Comet Ison is coming in. We know that there is a return of the Anunnaki. Most Christians have, well, I'm not going to discriminate. Maybe you guys should just speak, because there's going to be a return from your planet, because there's going to be a return on the planet, because there are originally, a long time ago, there was people that got captured or fell under earth. They were trying to escape these terrible war in Lemuria and Atlantis, and people from the angels from Lemuria left Atlantis because there was just too much stuff going on, and then some people in Atlantis were good too. Well, the good people left, and they got a lot of them got taken underground, and there's some from Agartha there. This is how I kind of got involved. I remember well, there's so many ways I got involved, but one was I met Shambhala from underground, had connected with us, and they said, with me and the light beings, they said, oh, beautiful stuff. Oh my God. It's like they just send you an energy. And they spoke to me, and they said the planet was going to be changing, and they had life under there. And I understood that there was life under there, and that there was a war going on, and there was also some Anunnakis that were captured under there, and there was trying to rescue them. And all Anunnakis are not bad, and they have tried to make them think that they are, because there's a bloodline that is good, that has had to preserve their interest in the Christ energy, and they've had to protect themselves. And the Nibiru, this is coming back way long ago, these civilizations from long ago, that they have protected this Christ energy. Now this Nibiru coming in, the return of Nibiru might be rescuing them. Now I know that there's confusion on the planet about, well, first of all, this is no comet. This is more than a comet. A comet doesn't destroy Mars. And why would a comet destroy Mars? I mean, I guess there were no big operations or anything going on there that needed to be taken out of power, and this is the time that we're taking things out of power. There you have it. So in this operation, this has been turned into a comet. And this comet, this representation of Christ is not going to stop, is the message that you are to hear. And this representation is going to come through full force. Although, what I'm telling you now, may I say that you're going to be tricked, because we have the, okay, so any way that you're going to be tricked, they have a way to outdo this. There's always a way to outdo this. They're on this every second. Now, the one thing that you must understand is because the government did not go with this Obama healthcare, which was part of their plan to get us hooked into a new world order, the next step cannot follow through. The next step was to get us hooked into a new world order. It can't follow through. So, well, we don't know yet. But that's the line of action. But if that doesn't work, they will play another card. That card might be a fake Ison, a fake alien invasion, blah, 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 unless the Christ energy reaches us first. So my message to you is to let this Christ energy be the first and foremost in your heart. And this is igniting all over the planet right now. Now, I don't know, and behind Ison is a messenger. And there's beings on Ison that are communicating with us. There are. It is a messenger. I know some people want to put this as a dark planet or Planet X. I can't claim that is either one right now, but I can tell you that it is a messenger. So that I would like to stick with and understand. And I would also like to tell you that if your grids go down, it is because the ETs, there are the Arcturians, thank you, the Arcturians, they're also working on underground. That's so funny. I had no idea. They're working on the grid change underground as well, because if they can change the grid, they can change where these guys have cultivated the energy patterns. They need to change that now. It has to change. And also it's going to change with us because we're going into a higher dimension. This is all dimensional. So we have to have the grids change. Now, when and where and how, we don't know. I don't know. I just listen to everything as it comes in, as they talk to me. And I just fill you in as they are talking to me. So you can't give times. Everybody wants dates and times. It isn't date and time, and that's what you must understand. Why are you people going following time? You must understand time is in the Son of God. The Son of God, you must follow that time. When the sun comes up, you have to bring the sun down. When your body comes up, the yang, you have to bring that body down to the yin, the mother. So you must understand you are on a different time clock. We must rearrange your energy patterns completely. This means we must change your grid. You're all operating on the grid. Your sun, the Son of God, is rotating around another sun that's coming in. It's a bilingual thing. It's not just one thing. You're connected to multi-planets, multi-universes. You must understand this is going to unlock in all your dimensions. So please get your planet prepared for massive change and stay within the light. If you can stay within the light, you're going to be guided where to go, what to do, when. The light always outdoes the dark. It always outdoes the dark. There's no dimension. I know, I didn't forget that. They just said today, make sure you tell them. There's no dimension that the light does not outdo the dark. Just even think about it in your left brain mind for a minute. The light, if I turn on the light, the dark is going to go out. If you're in the fifth dimension, reptilians are in those fifth dimensions. Sorry, they are. You have to go up to the ninth dimension before you get rid of those guys. They're real powerful guys, and under Satan or under the dark energy. Anyway, if you're in that dimension and you feel like there's reptilians, you have to remember your light vibration will always outdo a dark energy. Always. It's always the light. The light always wins. You have been tricked to believe that you are not a God being. You've been lied to in every shape and way and form. This is the correction that must happen on your planet, and this is what we are doing now. So we are trying to reach enough people that can open up your heart, which is the grid. It's our grid. Our passageway is through your hearts. If your hearts are open, we can get the message, and the vibration can send it through the heart energy. The heart steers the planet. Okay, thank you.